y'all, I know you've been seeing my chickens, and I talked about them in my very first video and my update video. I told you guys I wanted the chicken coops to be behind in the woods back there, but I changed my mind. As you guys know, I do that a lot. And we have decided to move them from right behind me, which is where the main garden and flowers and the dogs and the pig, you know, the ones you normally see in there, are at. That is the area. And then this is the outside fence. We went 10 foot over, and we're going to put another fence right here, all the way back, that's 60 foot. And then we're going to move that black dog kennel that they're in now right here at the front. And then I'll block it in. And then they'll have all this. And then I bought some plants. I bought all these at Lowe's today. I don't think that one can go in there. But all these that are not toxic to chickens are going to go in there. And I'm going to plant some herbs with those. So let me help my husband set these posts. Since that kennel's going right here, he went 10 feet over. And then he skipped this post. But then he dug 6 holes to put these 4x4s in. And the holes are 18 to 20 inches deep. And then we went to Lowe's just to buy cement this morning. But we're both getting addicted to buying plants. So therefore he's just going to stump it in the hole. And he's already done this hole. And I took the level with me, so I gotta go get him the level. And then he'll level out each pole. Once he gets them all set, he'll wet the cement with a hose. And then we're gonna go enjoy the river for a little bit so this can dry, and then we'll come hang up the fence. And he takes his level. And the bubble has to be between those 2 black lines. And then he takes it this way and moves the pole until it's level. And then you have to double check it. And then he uses his level to pound the stuff in.
So that I can go buy me a new level.
That way he has an excuse to go buy him a new level. And that means my twin will get this one too. See what he's doing? Dumping cement on his level when it should be in this hole. Now he's just taking the water hose and getting it all wet. It's kind of satisfying. took the hose from him. Let me hold for and ask him. A lot of this is just running off. He said make a puddle and call it good. It's got to soak down into it. So that looks like a puddle to me. So next up is to let this dry, and then we can put up the fence. So I'll get back with you after this dries. Before we add the fence to this to make the chicken run, we have to re-stretch this section of the fence, and then we'll attach the new fence to this fence and go up and over and up. So he's looking for the stuff, and I probably won't record this part. I'll show you how he stretches it from there, because you've already watched me stretch it in another video if you watched it. And the reason we have to re-stretch this fence is because the piglets that used to run around stretched that out, so we have to redo it. But we now got rid of all those piglets, so we won't have to worry about that no more. Okay, we got that stretched, and then we got this unrolled, and now he's got to move the truck and attach the 2x4s to this, and the chains, and then the ratchet strap, and pull it tight, because this fence, the post, I don't know if you can tell, we end up having to go on the inside of a couple and the outside of the rest. That way it makes the fence nice and tight. So let me get everything moved down here, and I'll show you how he hooks it up. So he has these 2x4s that he cut 4 foot, since this is a 4-foot fence, and then he screws them, one on each side of the fence, making it level on top and on the sides. And then you want it to be straight as possible. I don't know if you really can see that. There, maybe you can there. All the way down. And he screws it 3 times. And then he has these chains that he wraps around the 2x4s through the fence, and it's circled at one end. I don't know if he made it like that or if he bought it like that. How'd you get this kind of chain?
It's a safety tow chain.
It's a safety tow chain, but I'm sure you could buy something to make it hook like that if you don't have a safety. If you don't have a safety tow chain, you could probably go to Lowe's and buy a connector to make it to where you can loop around or something. And then he puts the knots at this side, so that way when you pull the fence, it pulls it this way. And then he has a hook that he puts through the end, and then he takes his ratchet strap and he hooks it to the bumper of his truck. And then you put it in there, and then he ratchet straps it down. Oop! And I'm not holding it for him, so it fell on me. Sorry. As he ratchets it down, the fence, gets real tight. But he's gonna have to hold it. I'm gonna have to go fix that bottom back. And then once he gets it as tight as he wants it, he'll take these 2x4s that's cut the same length as, like our fence is 4 foot high, so he'll cut those 4 foot long, and I'll show you what he does with them. He's still navigating the fence. So he leveled it up top and put a screw in it. Now he's leveling it up all the way down, and he's going to put a screw in, probably 3 or 4 screws in all the way down it. Okay, we got all those done. And now I'm going to go down here and grab this piece of lattice. And we're going to block a section off so we can move the birds out of the kennel and onto this side of the run. That way we can take that kennel down and move it. My pigs are done with their breakfast. And now they're all snoozing. We're keeping this one and that one laying down over there in front of the one that's peeing. But we're getting rid of the rest of them. Okay, we're not going to catch them all out of there. And we put some food in this lattice with this this hardware cloth right here to block them in on this side. And now we're going to toss them all over the fence. Okay, I got these in here. We have this dog kennel that we're going to put on that front half, which is a 10 by 10. And then we'll have this door on this side. And then there's a little opening down there where that hole to the coop is at. And it'll go on the run side. It'll go on that side so they can run in and out, and then eventually I'll close all this in so it'll be like this. We put this hardware cloth up around the bottom so they couldn't stick their head out on the bottom and the dogs or somebody harass them, and when they were smaller they could get through these. So now we're going to cut the 4 corners so we can take this apart and move it. Sorry about the fence being in the way. I didn't want the camera to get knocked over, so I put it on the outside because the animals and us wouldn't pay attention to it and we'd end up knocking it over. So he took the top off. He took the tarp off. I cut the corners, and now he's going to tear this completely apart. I'll show you him putting it back together. We didn't take all the panels apart. We just took them off. Like, this is the front side. That's one side, the back side, and the other side. And then we placed it right here. And then we have to straighten it up. And then then he'll take these and put them together like this. He's already done that one. Like I said, we didn't take this one apart. And now he'll do this one. Now he'll line that up and take this one, or one like this. He's just going to get out of his bucket. And he'll attach them. There he's attaching it. This will get loud. And he'll do the same to the bottom.
Pull out this one.
Will you pull that way in? There. Okay, I squeezed through that little opening. And I just placed the plants. That's no. I think that's a butterfly bush. I don't know. Pampas. I just kind of placed them around. The only thing I think I know where I want them is the pampas. And that's there, and I think up there. Because I think my gate's going to go right here. And then I might put these purple butterfly bushes on each side of it. And then that's in that white flower pot is a butterfly bush too. I might put it just directly across. And then put this in the center. And this in the center. And those are, right there, those two in the middle are hostas. They like shade. And that back fence gets a lot of shade. And then I don't know about these. It says full sun, so I'll just probably plant them in the center. Like in the center back there. And maybe like in the center right here. And then our water, I'm going to do an automatic water that goes down that fence. And then I'll have feeders spaced out. Okay, now he's got that all together. He lost a bolt, so we can't put the top on yet, but we will. And then we're arguing about what's going to go on the top side. I just want electric fence. Our birds won't jump over it. Nothing can jump in it. And then I have to build my gate and so I can bring my soil in here. But those are his birds. You guys haven't seen those yet. And mine are all down there. I'm hoping they all come together. He got too hot and we had to go to the store, so we finished it this morning and we both had to work on getting the top on. So that's what it looks like now with the top on. The birds have started mingling together. There's 2 of them. And then they're all mingling together now. They're staying in the shade right now. But I want to watch where the sun is. Like that's shaded right now. This morning it was sunny. Right here was shady like an hour or so ago. And now it's sunny. So before I plant all my plants, I want to watch the sun for a couple days. So I'm going to sit in here for a little bit and play with my birds and see how many will come to me. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Come back again and watch what I do and how I make this into the chicken coop area, and how I want to add logs and where I'm going to plant those flowers, or plants I should say. It might not be the next video because I want to make a hummingbird area, and that'll probably be the next video. So come back and watch. Thanks for watching.